Good morning, Porch Chronicles. How y'all been? So, this may not sit good with everybody, but it's just my truth. Me. One thing I have learned about going to therapy and actually doing the work, and it's the best thing that I have obtained from therapy, and consciousness. I'm always going to throw that in there because consciousness is a real game changer if you decide to do it. And one thing I've learned about the healing process, as you heal and the more you heal, it's much easier to accept when people do you dirty. It's much easier to accept when people talk to you any type of way, say things, even though they're saying what they feel. It's coming from a place of damage and hurt when it comes out and not in a conversation, like in arguments or foul words or blah, blah, blah. When people hurt you in friendships, in relationships, one thing you're able to do if you've gone through your therapy and you actually do it through therapy. This is my thing. I moved through therapy. I moved my life through it. So when people around me do certain things that would have made me act the old way, I look at it and I therapize. And I'm like, especially if you know their background. And you know where they come from, you know some of their traumas, some of their triggers and all that. You be like, well, that's coming from here and that's coming from there. And you learn how to not come at it in an unconscious way. When you're unconscious, that makes you act unruly, speak nasty, curse. You just lose your sorts. But when you're conscious, you can talk to someone. And even if it's a hurtful thing or hurtful things they said, you can validate how they feel. If that's how you made that person feel, whether you like it or not, you have to accept that. And when people hurt me now, I just use therapy on. I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is because of that and this is because of that. I don't be mad at them. I don't hate them. I don't do any of that. Before, I would be, oh my God, somebody could do one thing to me and it would ruin my whole day. That doesn't happen anymore. I'm not saying that I don't miss some connections, because I do. But sometimes you have to miss connections for them to grow, for you to get a better connection, and for you to heal. Some things you have to take a break from so you can heal from it. And it don't always feel good to the other person, but truthfully and honestly, when they hurt you, they know what they did. They may not accept what they did or how they did it, but they know what they did. And you have a right, and they have a right. People always have a right to stop and re-examine and heal and deal with the stuff on their own. But one thing it doesn't do to me anymore, I can accept how people treat me or how they act because I know where it's really coming from. It's a lot of hurt and stuff that's within that individual that's giving you hurt back, and they don't know how to do it any other way. And it makes it so much easier to move through life because then you don't have to carry the already damage that's within you and then somebody putting their damage on you. That's what we carry. We carry our damage and then we carry everybody else's damage that pours theirs on us because they still have damage. I don't do that anymore. I love you, Porch Chronicles.